Spexxy Invader, Spexxy here, welcome back to some more Scrap Mechanic. This again is the TARDIS. Now you may remember I did this, I think it was video 14, over a year ago. And yeah, I wanted to come back and do it again. Now a couple of people asked me if I could build a flying TARDIS. So I came to this world to see if I could actually alter my old TARDIS and make it fly. You'll see what I did to that later, but you may recognise that I've done something different to this. I'm now using some mods to give this kind of a panel effect on it like that. I'm using some mods here for the letters as well. I've changed the look of the area around here. We've got some nice little alien flowers growing here, little wheelie sort of bin or dumper kind of bin there, and Bad Wolf again on the wall as it was in the previous video. Also I have this building attached to it. Yeah, all pretty cool. So if you remember the old video, you'll remember what this did. If you don't remember the old video, and for the benefit of those who have not seen it, I will show you. So if I just unlock the TARDIS here, isn't she beautiful? Look at her with her glowing windows and everything else. And of course, bigger on the inside. Well, would you imagine that? I've got my little Spexxy Invaders there, a little Space Invaders games going on. I kind of like the idea of a Doctor that's younger than the Doctors we've had so far. A Doctor that's into video games maybe, that would be pretty cool. So this Doctor, me, Spexxy, as the Doctor, likes his video games, so we've got him up there. And ironically, although I've dropped the name Retro from the channel name now, it's just Spexxy for that more personal sort of feel. Most of you know me as Spexxy anyway, but ironically in my first video with the name Spexxy, I have got a very retro feeling video with the TARDIS here and some retro games. Never mind. So yeah, this is a whole new looking TARDIS. There's never been one quite like this, although you may recognise there is a hat stand, and there has been a hat stand in the TARDIS before. And of course we've got little potted plants here, little D20 for some unknown reason. Like I say, gamer Doctor. That's what it's all about. So yeah, so here it is then, the console room, looking pretty swish. So how does this all work? As you see me out there walk around this TARDIS, and now I am in the console room. Yeah, very swish. For those of you who know how it works from the original video, you will of course know exactly how this is done, but I will show you anyway. I've actually updated the way it does it, and I'm using pistons now. So let's have a look around again. You can see you can walk straight behind this, but what you will notice if I press this and I move to the side, the wall goes up with pistons, a little corridor comes out from inside there, and it all links up for me to go in. Doing it again will take the wall back down again, and that little corridor will go back in. As you will see, corridor goes back in, the back flips down, and the wall comes down. So that is kind of how it works. So if I go inside and show you that from reverse, you'll see how it works from the inside. So just going in here, this is the console room, and as you see, that is the back of the TARDIS there that's flipped up against the ceiling, and all of this is pushed on little pistons here. It pushes them along here, and I will show you what I mean if I actually close myself in. So let's just shut it now. You'll see the back flip down, here it goes, and this will come out under the pistons, and the wall shuts down. Now if you do get locked in here like this, you can actually get out. All you need to do is flick that, and it will just put it back together again, and there you go, you can get out. So that's kind of how it works, and of course that is the trick of having this building on the side here. That is what houses the console room. Now you can also see I've got this billboard that hides the wall as it goes up, with a little adipose your fat away there. Adipose of course with some alien creatures in one of the more recent, let's say the 2000s episodes of Doctor Who. The little adipose, cute little things. And anyway, we have now done more with the house. So we have two doors on the front of the house. You cannot get in this one, however you can get inside this one, and this was all as part of the illusion to make it feel like there's actually a house here. Now you can't get in there, of course the console room is behind this. If I just broke a hole in this wall here, you would see this here is the console room there, as you can see. So that's where it's tucked away. Oh, got a nice little grandfather clock ticking away there, the pendulum swinging. That's Ike's animated pack on the mods, of course, and also some more Ike mods with the pictures here. here and here as well, and then you come up to this room. Now this is a bedroom, here we go, and on the wall you will see a glowing crack. Again, this is a reference to a Doctor Who series. More recently, I can't remember if it was David Tennant's series that had that in. I can't remember if it was David Tennant or whether it was Matt Smith, but the crack in the wall, I think it was David Tennant. I've got a nice little bed here which you can lay on the bed there, or if you want to you can sit on the pillow there. I've got a drink at hand as well there. Let's just jump up and down on the bed for a second. Nice little carpets that I've made here, and a little makeup mirror. There you can sit in and maybe try and cover up that scar, Spudsy, I don't know, but there you go. And then we have the wardrobe. So in this one we just have a few little bearings and controllers and other gubbins in there. And in this one we have a scary little robot. This was actually designed by my son, Katana Kid. He came up with this, he wanted to help me build something and he built this. I left it in because I think it's quite cute. I actually like it. He said it's a Cyberman. Yeah, I can see it. Maybe not quite how I would have done it, but I love it anyway. It's so cute. Okay, so I left that in there. Let's just shut that away. As you can see, nice little view out the window here. And over here we have a little bathroom and ensuite. We have the bath here, the toilet and the sink, and a little shower unit over here. So all looking pretty cool. So then, back to the question that was asked me. Can I build a flying TARDIS? Well, you're about to find out, but before I jump into anything else, I just want to set a little competition. So around my build, as you've seen today, there have been several ducks, and these ducks are different colours and they're hidden in different areas. I want you to see if you can find out what colour duck is hidden where, and the first person to post correct 5 answers, 5 ducks, 5 colours, and where they were, will win a copy of Scrap Mechanic. So get looking, guys, and see if you can find those ducks. So, like I said, I've been asked by several people to build a flying TARDIS. Most recently, Everton Brook, who said, what about flight? And, well, what about flight? Let's see then. This is, of course, exactly the same looking TARDIS as the one that was over there. However, this one doesn't have the corridor that comes out the back or the building attached to it. This is a freestanding TARDIS, and when you open it, inside there is a little seat which you get in just here. There's also some suspension glitch stabilisation in here and some bearings and everything else. So let's see what it does then. If I just jump in there, press the 2 key, I'll shut the door and zoom out. There I am. So pressing the 1 key turns the light on top on and also gives me a little bit of extra thrust which will keep me in the air. Now if I press W now, I will go forward. That will lean accordingly. If I bring this back by pressing the SD, it will straighten itself back up and it won't go any further than straight. It will only go back to an upright position. So going forward will tilt you right forward, and that's the direction that you travel in. Left and right, of course, with A and D will spin you around. I'm using 2 sets of bearings in order to do this, and that's how you get this like swaying kind of jiggly motion as it kind of balances itself. Let me just show you how that works. So I'm using 2, as I said, sets of bearings to do this. I'm using a set of bearings here on a glitch steering, which is at the top here. So that's pulling it around, but I'm also using another set on the back here, which makes this swing, and that then leans the TARDIS as well as turns it around. So it actually gets that swaying motion, which I think works pretty well. So let's go up again and I'll show you what I mean. So yeah, it doesn't just turn, it kind of leans and turns, which is something that the TARDIS does. You often see the TARDIS spinning around madly, kind of like this. That's all looking pretty cool. So yeah, there it is, a flying TARDIS. I think flying TARDIS challenge completed. Definitely. Everton Brook, I hope you're happy with that, but there it is, the flying TARDIS. Bang. Now I didn't just stop there, I wanted to build a different version of this, so let me just show you quickly what I did. So, why am I driving around in my DeLorean, you may ask? Well, apart from them both being time machines, these 2 builds have something in common. Because while I made this DeLorean in the car style, I thought about making a few other vehicles, and on my list was the TARDIS. So let me show you then, I do have a version, here it is, of the TARDIS. Let me just jump out and into him. This is my, car style TARDIS. And on this one, you jump in the driving seat just here. Everything else works the same as the one you just see. Now you get a little bit of glitch on the eyes there. It does stop though, there you go. And again, pressing 1 spins the light on the top and gives you that little bit of thrust, and then it flies in exactly the same way as it did before. Let's just zoom out, and he looks in the direction or she does. She looks in the direction that she turns. There you go. That is my little Cars style TARDIS, just for a bit of fun. I thought it was very easy to do it if I just made pistons that make these eyes go left and right, much like I did in the car. And yeah, there we go. That kind of works. So we now have 2 versions of a flying TARDIS. Now I do have some more Doctor Who builds on the way, which I will bring out in later episodes. However, for today, that is all I've got. But I do hope that you have enjoyed today's builds. And Everton Brook, I hope you are glad with what I've done with the flying TARDIS and what I did with my old TARDIS build. Well, I'm pretty chuffed with what I come up with for today's builds, and I hope you enjoyed them too. If you did, of course, why not smack the hell out of that thumbs up button, and don't forget to subscribe for more great vids. Now from me, Spexxy, see you soon. Bye for now.